Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel in the first place. Today we have a Sero X listener. This is Body Pillow Part 2 by Daddy KFC on AO3. The first part will be linked in the description and also in like a little info card at the top. That video gives you context for this one, so let's go ahead and get into it. You sat at your desk, the silence bearable with Bakugo's yelling from down the hallway, and you could only imagine was Sero or Kaminari's idiocy. The scratching from your pencil stalled as your mind drifted from your homework in front of you, from the hallway into last week. Fingers slack around the pencil. Huffing, you drop the pencil on the desk, turning in your chair and looking to the perfectly clean body pillow on your bed. After the night, you and Sero slept together, but in a platonic way. You couldn't sleep the same way, not after sleeping on his chest, his arms wrapped around you lazily, but fitting perfectly like you were made to be snuggled up to him. You frowned, rubbing your nose, and thought. After you two had woken up together, you both acted like nothing happened, like that night just didn't happen, and everything you both confessed was nothing but rambles of sleepy people. But what you said, it was true. It was absolutely true, and you didn't even know how to feel about it. But he never mentioned it after. What were you supposed to think? You wanted to talk to him, but he avoided it. You could tell. The way he kept looking away and shuffling closer to Kaminari or Kirishima. And it hurt you. Why wouldn't it? You thought you had changed yours and his relationship in a good way, and now he refuses to talk to you. You wrinkle your nose, shaking your head and standing up, walking up to your bed and leaning down to sniff the pillow before sighing. You need to be washed again. You ponder softly to yourself, head tilting slightly whilst hauling up the pillow and tucking it under your arm. You'll wash it. Not like you need it. You wouldn't be able to sleep anyways. You headed out your door, not sparing a curious glance down the corridor to who Bakugo was yelling at, but you could hear Kaminari's teasing and Sero's encouragement. God, his voice, the right pitch of happy to his tone to make it rememberable, and the right depth to make you remember how it vibrated in his chest, seeping into your body welcomely that night. You close your door softly, hearing it click shut, and walking down to the stairwell to head downstairs to the laundry room, not sparing a moment longer to think before stuffing it in and starting it. You didn't really want to think anymore, scratching your arm before dropping your hands on the vibrating machine to ground you, zoning out while you closed your eyes. God, you were so tired, emotionally and physically, of these feelings, more ready to let it go before embarrassingly confronting Sero about it when he obviously didn't want to talk about it and just act like nothing happened. But you didn't want to act like nothing happened, but if it makes him happy, then you could. God, why are crushes so awful? Why do they even mess you up like this? You sigh, opening your eyes, letting them half lit in thought as you turned to the entrance of the room, but your eyes flew open as you stiffened slightly. Sero stood there, leaning against the wall by the door, watching you with a soft and somewhat regretful look in his eyes that had your gut dropping to the floor. You stared into his dark eyes, suddenly self-conscious as they rake over you for a second. You pull the hem of your sweatshirt subtly further down your legs, fingers lingering on your pants for a second. Why was he even here? It was weird, and you weren't prepared for this. Sero started. You blinked, bringing your eyes from the wall beside him to meet his as I looked back at you. You look like you haven't slept. You sigh, averting your eyes. A lot of people have been saying that lately. So, have you not been getting sleep then? Sero questioned softly, pushing off the wall as you scoff, more to the fake lie already forming on your tongue, rather than to his question. Of course I have. You startle from zoning out at the floor when his hand rests on your chin, bringing your face to look at his, thumb carefully caressing the dark rings. You look at Sero's face wide-eyed, watching his eyes examine yours, your eyes moving to the dark rings under his eyes as well, then to his soft-looking lips as they formed into a soft frown over his amazing smile. You're lying. I know you well enough to tell when you're fibbing, you know. Your heart dropped as you look away for a second, before back to him. You look like you're getting less sleep too. Sero tutted, clicking his tongue. Don't change the subject on me, listener. You sigh out your nose. I'm not, you look tired. Something's bothering you, Sero interrupted softly. You have that look in your eye. You hum, letting your head rest fully in his palm, welcoming the warmth, closing your eyes. This hand was soft and warm, big compared to your face, caressing the skin, his calluses not unwelcome, adding to the comfort of it. You could feel his thumb running back and forth over the apple of your cheek softly, Sero letting you bask in the warmth of the touch. Sero bit his lip, slowly starting to speak. I'm sorry, listener. I shouldn't have I don't know, ignored you after that night. You kept your eyes closed, listening to him, hand coming up to rest against his wrist, rubbing your thumb back and forth over his skin, making him stall. In his silence, you spoke quietly. To be honest, I thought you wanted me to forget what happened. His thumb stalled again. You could feel him stiffen against your skin. After that night, all the avoiding threw me off. I thought you didn't like the idea. Sero moved your head, urging you to open your eyes when his other hand landed on your cheek. You opened your eyes to an expression that made your heart stop. Sero's eyes were glossy, his expression pained as he struggled to get his words out. No, I just didn't think you'd like me back. There's so many other better people, like Bakugo, Kirishima. You shook your head in his hands, smiling softly, your eyes getting dreary too. No, never. It's always been you, Sero. Always you. Sero let out a soft breath, dropping his eyelids, willing his eyes to dry. You did the same as you felt him rest his forehead against yours, his hair brushing your skin as you basked in each other. It was heaven. If you could fly, you would. You couldn't stop the soft smile from spreading across your face. You fluttered your eyes open when he pulls away slightly, nose brushing yours while he examines your face for a second. Sero starts, thumb caressing the side of your face. Can I kiss you? You didn't answer him, closing your eyes slowly and leaning in, pressing your lips up against his, swallowing the surprised little squeak that fell from his soft lips. You hum, pulling back slowly, letting you examine his features with a sly smile. His face was flushed slightly, a dopey smile spreading across it, letting his hands fall from your face to your waist. You giggle. Can't believe this was all able to happen because Cammy soiled my body pillow, Sero chuckled softly, pecking your nose. You won't be needing that body pillow now, you know that. Why wouldn't I? To which Sero simply replied, because you're going to be my personal heater full time. Alright, so that's the end of this one. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, whatever. Goodbye!